it's Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I am working on pockets and tucks for the birds. This is the For the Birds journal, and I am very, very close to being able to sew in the signatures, finish off the cover, and call this one done. So now I've got some things halfway started all over the place. So let me show you what I got going on. First of all, as I was going through and doing my, reorg, and it forces me to kind of go through everything, I found this little tiny, this is a, envelope. Glassine, that's what I'm looking for. It's a glassine envelope that has a napkin on the front, and on that napkin there's a little bird, a little hummingbird. So I'm going to tuck that somewhere, and that'd be cute for maybe some tea cards or something tucked into that pocket. Then what else have I got? This is the start. This is a piece of like wood paper. I mean, you can even see the knot in there, and I intentionally left that little knot in there. And I've just trimmed it, rounded the corners, and sanded the edges a little bit. And you see it kind of looks the same on both sides. And then this is a piece from one of Tracie's kits, her scraps kits. And I added rust here and down here, through here. You can kind of see that rust on there. And then I circle punched one of the birds from the Birds Mini Tag Kit. And I have a piece of cheesecloth and a piece of, this is from a binding, from the spine of a cover. So that's going to turn into something. And then here, another piece I found. This is from an old project. This is rust too down here. And this has just got texture on it. And it looks like maybe some crackle paste and color. And it's an old CDV album page. So the picture slipped in there. And yeah, so I'm going to make a pocket out of that, or at least kind of a tuck spot. And I have these two. I have two because I don't know which one I want to use. And these are two bird images from a book I have, bird book. And I like them both in there. So I'm going to do something to take that gloss down on those. And then after I do that, I'll figure out which bird I like better in there. Probably this one. But I really like this one too. I really like the way the rust on, the orange on his head kind of ties into the rust. So yeah, so I got to figure that out. And then here's the bigger version that I have that I'm getting ready to assemble and put together of the one in the front. And here's that mica. You can kind of see there. Ooh, there you go. You can see the mica. And I just got that glued down one side on the back. Trimmed this out, rounded the corners, inked it. Both of these are inked. And this is just a piece of, it's a cover weight. It's a lightweight, kind of a lightweight cardstock paper just from stuff I had. What else am I got here? And then this one is, this is just a piece of Tim Holtz paper, the flip side, the craft side. And you can see, and it's an orange-ish color. And then this has some tissue paper on top. It's got this one, Ideology Topography tissue paper across the top. And then I trimmed it and scored it and, folded the edges. And now I'm going to create a collage on here with that one. So that's what I've got going on. So where to start? I think I'll start with this one because it might need to dry. I'm thinking, I love this stencil, and I'm thinking a swatch of this pattern kind of right down here in the back. And I'm not sure if I want to do any kind of, you know what? I think I'm just going to do it through the stencil. I'm going to use, this is actually a permanent Fallen Leaves. It's a very dark, almost black, very dark brown. So Just gonna get some of that on my brush, lay this down, and we're gonna keep this, I think we're gonna keep this simple. I'm gonna kind of sit that in the center, but I'm not gonna go all the way to the edge on the pattern. I'm gonna go all the way to the, oops, I just scooched it, all the way to the top and the bottom, but not all the way to the side. There you go. So, kind of like that. Right down the middle. Oh, that's pretty. You can kind of see. There you go. That's pretty. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna leave it. Right like that. And then the swan, and then you know what I think I'll do? I'm gonna take this and just sort of blend that out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Just mute those edges. It's still damp, so I can kind of do that. And then I'm gonna go across this. There we go. I like it. I like it. Oh, that's funny. I kind of inadvertently landed sort of right on the edge of what's in there, but that's okay. So I'm gonna let that sit and dry. All right, next, while that's drying up, let's play with, I'm gonna play with what I wanna do with these. So I think what I'm gonna do here, let me get this guy out of the way. I think I'm gonna put frosted crystals on here. Hold on. Okay. Got my Versamark, and I'm gonna go way higher, fatter, wider than I know I need to for the opening of that CDV page. Just gonna smash him down all over. And try not to scratch off what I just put on. Ah. There we go. I think that'll do it. I think. And now let's set this in here. And I'm going to sprinkle frosted crystals on him. All over. And this is a distress, and what it does is it puts a frost on it. Oh, that's good. I got that plenty covered. Okay. The thing about frosted crystals that I always mess up is that if you heat it too much, it goes to a shine. And so that's what that just did. It gets glossy instead of frosty. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another coat on him. Let's see if that works. If not, then my decision will be made as far as which one I want to use. Let's go like that. Okay, let's see if this works. Here we go. Here's a clean sponge. Let's see if this works. Just put some matte medium on him. I just want to take that gloss off. Okay, let's see if that kind of gets it. Ooh, it's got a cool texture. I love it when I mess up on while I'm recording so you can kind of see. It's all about covering up, right? Cover it up. Cover up your mistakes. All right, let's see what that looks like when it dries. It does take, that did take the gloss off. I mean, it's wet, but let's see. And it has a bonus of having a cool texture. So we'll see. Let's see if that does it. That actually might work. Huh, imagine that. Okay, let's let that sit for a second and dry. And, but see, I said I might like this one better, but you can see, well, I'll show you in a second. Okay, this one I can go ahead and assemble. So here, let me get him out of the, set him over here off to the side while he dries up. Okay, this one is ready to put together. I went ahead and, got something on it. I went ahead and scored this, and I just scored a 1/2 inch on the 3 sides, the 2 sides and the bottom. And I'm just gonna take little notches out of there. Here, here, and we'll go down here and here. There we go. And then I'm going to fold up my score. And I'm going to use a bone folder to get that nice and flat. Okay. And then here. And now what I'm going to do is ink this. Yep, I got something on it. I must have something on my hands. That's okay. It'll be grungier that way. Let's see. Yeah, let's ink this with, I'm using scorched timber on a lot of this. It's dark, but with this theme, I like it. So I'm just gonna go around lightly though. I'm not gonna do real heavy. And then the top. And then I'm going to take my brush or my sponge thingamadooter. I'm just going to very lightly do this. Just to dirty that up a little. Come in on the sides. Most of this will be covered. So you won't be able to see here in the center. And that'll just get that a little bit darker all the way around. Okay. So then this guy, oops, let's see, these two go with the other, these two go with that. This guy needs to go in here. But I want to get him centered. So I'm going to, let's see, does it make sense to put him on here first, probably? I forgot what I did on the other one. I think what I'm going to do is just find my glue. I'm just going to put a little dab here. This glue dries clear, so you won't be able to see it, and maybe just a little dab up here in this brown. Then I'm going to get this centered where I want him. Oops, that's not where I want him. Let me keep it on the light paper. Let's go over further. That's better. Not straight, but better. I think that's pretty good. Again, not straight. Not too bad. Not quite. I don't know. Those two pieces aren't, they're not straight themselves. One's probably cut crooked. Okay, that's not bad. Smoosh that down. And now I can flip the whole thing over and do this. Now, there's probably an easier way to do this, but that's what I did on the last one, and it worked out for me. That one's basically done. And it's a little bit bigger than the first one I did. The first pocket is a little smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in where? Let's see, the first one, here, I'll show you the first one. Let's see, the first one is here. And so, see, this is a lot bigger. So it's a bigger frame, bigger pocket, bigger bird. So I don't want to put it in the same signature. And I want to put it on a page where I can, you know, that has that complementary kind of color. And I tend to put my pockets on, you know, my cover weights, my heavier weight papers. Isn't he gorgeous? That was just an illustration from a book I've got. Ooh, see, it would look really nice on this page. But I am not going to cover up that butterfly because I love that butterfly. Oh, that's a thought. That might get kind of fun. I really like it above this ripped piece here, but then that pocket gets really high. Let me keep looking. Oh, now see, here's a page with some, that's got those numbers up at the top. I could bring him into, could actually put him over here. That's nice. Oh, let's do that. I like that. And not all, I mean, sometimes I put flaps on pockets, sometimes I don't. It just, when you do, it just gives you a little bit more leeway with the pocket to put thicker things. And some of the what am I thinking of? Tags. Some of the tags I made are a little thicker, dimensional, and they, you know, it may or may not work in some of these pockets. But this just gives me a little bit more than a skinny, thin pocket. As a matter of fact, on the Woven Textures journal, I'm going to have to keep papers thin on that one. Let's go down just a little bit. The contents of the pocket, right like that. Now is that straight? Not bad. Not bad. Okay. I'm really liking this bird journal, you guys. I really am. All right, is this guy dry? Not quite. Yeah, he is actually pretty dry. Okay, let's come back over here. That actually looks really good. I don't know what that is, but there's something right there. Let's see, is this still wet? There's like a, there we go, got it. Okay, now I gotta let it dry again. Let's go back to this guy. This is gonna be a nice sturdy pocket. And I just have a couple pieces here. I kind of, you know, grunged this one up a little bit. And I really like that swan on there because he's a light colored background. I think he looks really cute on there. And then from there, I just have to figure out, I have this little strip of text that I think would be nice. And I have, this is like a rusted piece of whatever, twill tape. And I thought that might be fun on there. There we go. He's cute. Okay. Now that needs to dry. Oops. So let's let that sit down there and dry for a second. And while that dries, you can come back over here to this guy. And I do like that. It's got a neat texture to it. It's like a, I don't know, like a high-end art print kind of a texture. So, can you see that? I don't know. Can you see the text? There you go. Can you see the texture? The light's hitting it funny, but it's got a pretty neat texture, even though I messed up the frosted crystals. So I'm just going to snip off a little bit of this all the way around. Because I know I don't need that much. Yeah, I can take a little bit of this off. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this. Yeah, I think I can use, I'll just go ahead and use, I'm just going to put glue on this piece and then set it down on top. I'm just going to put this on some ledger paper just to, because that's what's here in front of me. And I have tons of ledger paper. And that'll just create a smooth back here that if I do create this as a tuck spot, this won't be kind of in the way. If that makes sense. I'm going to use, however, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac on this. I keep these spare pieces of ledger paper handy because I put them on the backs of tags and things a lot. So I don't even know how long I made these. I did a have a video where I made I don't know, 3 or 4 of these CDV, you know, and I kind of did something a little different on all of them. And this one, I think I've used all of them. I've used all of them, except this was the last one, and it was sort of this lone guy sitting amongst, I don't even remember what it was. It was just sitting in a pile of some stuff that needed to be gone through. Anyway, I thought, well, now's the time to use it. And it's thick, you know, it's going to add some bulk to the journal, but you know, I've mentioned that before. Bulk in the journals doesn't really bother me. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of sand that back there just a little bit. That's pretty. And I really like this with that little piece of this that's over here, the spine that's wrapped around the edge. I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac on this, like that. I like it. I do. I like it. Okay. Whew. All right. Next, we have open glue. That's not good. I have this little pocket that I want to find a place for. And I think I'm going to tuck him somewhere in here. I mean, he might look cute, right? Just on the inside. Let's see, this has got a pocket here. This is a nice sturdy paper. That might be really cute. Just a little pocket tucked right there. I like it. Let's do it. Okay, let's come back to this one. This should be dry now. Yeah, we're all dry. Yeah. And I liked him there. I liked him there. And I was thinking about putting some of this on there. I like that idea. But what if it's behind? What if it's like this? What if? Do I like that? I do, kind of. Yeah, I like that. A little lower maybe. Okay, so I'm going to put a strip of this on here. Let's see. I want that rusty, that nice, yummy, rusty part. Right there. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. See, I don't know that Wink Stella is not, there it is. There, see? Okay. That one needs to dry before I put anything in it. So I'm going to set that aside. So I kind of need 2 more pockets. Whoops, I just popped that off. I need 2 more pockets, and I've got 1 more ready to go. So let's make that real quick. And then I'll surprise you on the last pocket. This one, these are the pieces that I have ready to go. And so this is the one I showed you when we first started. I am not going to ink the edge of this one. I'm going to leave this one like that. I love that color. And then I've got my rest. And this goes like this. Before I glue this down, I want to, actually, I think I want to do it afterwards. I want it to go all the way. Okay. Actually, I'm going to glue this down first. There. My dog she's playing. Clearly, I have not given that poor baby enough attention today. All right, next up I have this little guy. And I want him, I think, down here. I'm going to put that cheesecloth behind him. I want him about like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put him on because I'm going to add these little pieces of the green spine. And I want him to be on there before I do that because I don't want to look at it and go, oh. And I thought about... you know, putting a little something on this guy, like a, you know, embossing powder, you know, clear embossing glaze, or Tim Holt, or the Seth Apter's beeswax. I thought about all of that and decided not to. I'm going to go all the way to the edge here. Decided to leave him be. Next, what I want to do is I kind of want to cut this in half. It's already got a bend on it. Which is half, or very close to it. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half. So I have 2. And then one of them, I'm going to put right here. And I'm going to wrap that around. Oh, I put the lid on my glue. Would you look at that? I put the lid on my glue. I never do that. So this is going to be like a long pocket. I am going to glue it down on 3 sides, and it's just going to be a long pocket that runs the length of the page. But what if, or you know what? Let's see. My favorites, and there's the fat. I need the fat one though. Here we go. It's time to break out the paper fasteners. Yeah, I think so, but if I put it on one, I gotta put it on the other. Okay, and I gotta smoosh them shut. Oh, I don't have to, but it just makes it a lot easier if I do. So I'm just using a very old pair of pliers. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna smash that. Actually, I'm gonna smash that down. The fatter ones have a little bump on them. Oh, I like that. I like it smooshed down like that. cool. They have a, let's see if I can find another one here. And I don't know if this is the front or the back, but they have, these are the bigger ones. And see, they have got that little, there you go. You can see that bump out there. And I don't mind that. I don't mind the dimension at all. But I just smushed it completely down with my pliers. See, now they're smooshed. There, look from the side. They're smooshed. Okay, I like that. It's something a little different. This goes in the first signature, and I've got a couple places I could put it. So here we've got this green. I can put it here, but again, I don't want the eagle facing the seam. I want him to face the other way. So I think I'm going to put him here where he faces out. See? And I like that a lot better. It's just a better composition, I think, or better, not composition, but just better layout in general. And I'm gonna glue all three sides. Now let me just make sure. The other place I could put it would be here. And then your tux would go that way. No. Let's see. And then that's there. I could put it here. And I do like it there, but then I've got two pockets really close to each other in the same signature. So yeah, I'm gonna put it back here. I think it'll look good back here. I think it'll look good right here. And these colors work really well. Yeah. This color of the wood is kind of right here. And of course you've got the rust. There's no green on this page, but that's awesome because it makes him pop even more. Oh, I like it. It's different, right? One of the things that I always try to do with my journals is just create something. It's a little, you know, not different than what everybody's doing. You know, different than the status quo, perhaps, is the way to say it. Different, just different. I want to say it that way, just different. Which I think is what most artists tend to do. All right, so for example, see, that'd be nice. Okay. Gotta let that dry, of course, before I put anything in it too. That is, so this signature has two pockets. It's got this one, and it's got this one. And then this signature has the big tuck, the big heavy guy. And it has the smaller version of the mica tile one. And then this signature, I think only has one pocket. This is a fatter signature anyway because of that center spread. This is really thick. And that also that fiber paper. So there's one pocket there. Oh, it does have two pockets. There's the second pocket. So a little pocket. Okay, this signature has just one pocket, and it's the bigger version of the mica bird. And so I need that. And then this signature has this one, cute, and the big tuck spot. Okay, so I need to make one more pocket for that second to last signature, and then these will all have two pockets in them. A pocket, a tuck, something like that. And now's a good time to kind of check my fatness level. And by the time I get those tags in here, we are going to be on the verge of gator mouth. I'm still okay. but not by much. So yeah, she's getting that the depth, the thicknesses that I just added in here are starting to show. So that's okay. I like it. Then I've got some papers. I've got some cool pages. I mean, look at this. It's folded. It's tape. That's real tape. So I'm going to trim this up and probably slip this in one of those bigger pockets or bigger tucks. I don't want to bend it though. I might reinforce it. Here's another one. And look, it's pink. So I'm not sure how that happened. If that was from the paper, the ink, you know, and the type of tape they used. But that's also legit tape. The real McCoy. Let's see, is there a third one? I don't think the third one was taped. No, the third one is not taped. So, you know, I got a couple of those to play with. And put in here in a couple spots some other ephemera vintage pieces that I'll add to this. And yeah, this journal, oh my goodness, she is almost done. Yay. I'm excited. I've really had a lot of fun with this. Both of these, this and the weaving journal. The weaving journal has been a labor of love. And it's if you haven't seen any of those videos, this is what it looks like. And on it, I'm trying to do pockets in each one of the signatures that all have some type of weaving on them too, pockets and tucks and things. And so that's, and I'm trying to make them all different. And so I'm trying to get inspiration and ideas and things from different places. So, anyway, I will finish this guy up here soon. And so it won't be long now before the flip through, this will be ready to go in the flip through video. And then shortly thereafter, we'll move directly into finishing up woven textures. Then before I start a new journal, and I do have an idea for a new journal I want to start, probably 2 again. But before I do that, I have a mixed media project that I want to get done. So, and let's see, this video will post on Tuesday. That'd be the plan anyway, for this to post on Tuesday, whatever that is, February, let me think for a second. 13, 12, 11th is the 11th Tuesday. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I'm sorry. And then the very first episode of Inspired by Color is going to air or be posted on Thursday, February 13th. So the day before Valentine's Day. I'm really excited. I do need to record the video, but I've gathered everything that I need, or at least I think, and I have an idea of what to do, and I'll be making a tag in that. Not a tag for either one of these journals necessarily. I mean, it could end up in one of them, but a tag for that. So watch for that video. It'll be the very first. Inspired by Color is the name of the series. And thank you all so much for commenting when I asked about whether there was any interest in it. I'm really excited to be doing that. And it's going to be probably every other week I'll record a video every other week, and they'll always post on Thursdays. That'll just make it easier for you as far as trying to find them or whatever. Okay, I'm going to stop yammering and wrap this video up and say a huge thank you for joining me. And I'll be back. Bye-bye.